Hey, my lovely Serene Dream here with another filming and general energy reading. And if you're new to my channel, this reading can apply whenever you find it. It is timeless. It can resonate with you for the day, the week, the month, or even the year. But do keep in mind this is a general reading, so it will not resonate with everyone. So only take what resonates, leave what does not. Reverse the messages if that's how it fits your situation. And if you'd like to check out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the year or love forecast for the year, you can do so at the Vimeo links below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information can be found below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance. And let's go ahead and get into your messages for this time. I'm hearing capsule. Let me tune into what that means. I feel like some of you are being pulled back to a memory that you forgot, like a forgotten memory you had from the past. I feel like something is about to trigger that memory, and I feel like it's going to lead you on a quest to like your purpose, like something that you're meant to do, um, something that you're meant to be a part of. Like some, it's just some like there's a very integral part of your journey that I feel like rest in a forgotten memory, and I feel like something is about to uh, appear on your path to jog that memory, to get you back, like to make you remember whatever that forgotten memory is. And I feel like that's going to get you on I feel like that's it's a path that you never saw coming. I feel like you had an idea of where you thought your life was going, and then when this memory kicks in, it's going to take you on a whole different journey you never imagined, that you didn't even like have any clue. Like you could not have thought this up by yourself. Like this is not the type of journey that you would have this is not the type of journey that you could have imagined for yourself based on where your life was headed and what you were doing and who you were at the time. But I feel like when you do discover whatever this is, it's going to feel like it's been a long time coming. Because I feel like many of you could have been striving very hard to find your purpose, find where you're meant to be and what it is you're meant to do. And it's like you were just starting to figure it out, or so you thought. And then this memory comes up, and then it gets you going in a whole different direction. And you're just like, finally, I have a purpose, I have a direction, I know what I'm doing here. Yeah, but it really feels like you're just blown in a whole different direction. Like you don't, it's like a direction you never even thought of looking in. And you're just like when you get there, you're just like, seriously? Like this is what it was the whole time? I mean, it's not that you're unimpressed, but it's just like, what you're going to understand when you get here on this path is that you could not have gotten here without God, because like I said, this is not a direction you were looking in, this is not something you were thinking about, this is not even something you thought could be a part of you. But the reality is it's always been a part of you, because as I said, it's something that's a forgotten memory. This has always been you, but I feel like you disconnected from the person you used to be way back then. But I feel like when you did disconnect, I don't feel like it was voluntarily. I almost feel like you were ripped away from something or someone that I won't say prematurely because everything is for a reason, but I just get that whatever this is or whoever this is, it's like you were ripped away from it or them without you actually wanting to leave. So when you are led back to it, it's like all these feelings and memories surface, that you long suppressed. And I feel like it was suppressed because the way you were ripped away from this or whoever this is, it was almost a traumatic event for you. And the only way you could cope being away from it or losing whatever this is or whoever this is was to just forget about it altogether. So I feel like you suppressed the memories so deeply, and Like that's why when it comes around, like when it's jogged, you're like so surprised because you're like, wow, I really forgot about this. But like you're very happy to rediscover it at the same time. I also feel like there's a lot of money around this path that you're about to go on. So this could be like you going into a field that you never imagined, and it's like very lucrative for you. Yeah, I feel like this is going to change your life. And I feel like some of you are about to touch more money than you've ever seen in your lifetime so far. And I'm also getting like a full circle moment. So again, because this is something that you forgot about, um, when you come back around to it, it's like you're going to remember everything associated with that memory back then. And you're going to even think about like what you've done since then and how you circle back around to this. And even though what you were doing may have seemed unrelated to whatever this is, and in some ways it was unrelated, but I get like you're going to, when you circle back around and you think about everything you were doing since, it's like in some way it ties into it, even if it's like a very small way, but it feels like you never ventured completely away from whatever it is you were doing or whoever you were at this time. It's like a part of you, like while you disconnected from this, it's like there's a part of you that subconsciously remained tied to this. So it's like you kept doing something very small that was related to this as you kept progressing forward. And then you come back around and you're just like, wow, like it's just you're doing whatever this is in a bigger way, like a more expressed way. But then you see, like when you think about everything you were doing before you got back here, you're like, but I did keep doing, this little thing. Like I always had to have this and I didn't know why, but it could even be something that you carried with you that you don't even remember where you got it from, like some kind of charm or some kind of object, or it could even be like a stuffed animal. I don't know, like some sort of artifact or a piece of clothing, and you just found yourself so attached to it, and you're just like, I didn't even like you didn't know how you got attached to this. You don't remember like where you got it from. Some people may have even asked like, why do you always carry that with you? Why do you always have that, or why do you always wear that? And you can't remember how it started, why you started doing it. All you know is that it became a habit and you weren't willing to let it go. But then when you circle back to this memory, you understand that it came from this, whatever this forgotten memory is. Yeah. And this is give me a moment because I'm hearing a song. I'm hearing Maroon Five's Secret in my head. Yeah, I'm hearing the I think it's the pre-chorus when it says, I know I don't know you, but I want you so bad. Everyone has a secret, how can they keep it? Oh no, they can't. I feel like for some of you, this could have been like a one time encounter you had with someone, and you like had the greatest time with this person, but when you disconnected again, like maybe because you had to leave, like you all had to go your separate ways, it was like emotionally traumatic for you, so you just suppressed the memory really hard to the point you forgot about the encounter altogether. I'm also getting the movie Serendipity in my head. um but I get like you could have kept something from the encounter, but you forgot that it came from that encounter. So when you circle back, if this is like a person you're reconnecting with, I feel like if it's a person you're reconnecting with, this is not someone that you had a long history with, but it was a very significant encounter anyway, even if it was for a day, a couple of hours. And it's like when you see this person again, Yeah, because as I was getting that song Secret in my head, I feel like that applies to someone that, like a person. And I feel like when he says, I know I don't know you, but I want you so bad. Like when you encounter this person, it just felt like it was very meant to be. And it's like when you encounter them again, it puts you right back in that space where like this person feels like they're meant to be a part of your life. And it's like this time you don't want to let it go, because I'm hearing the part where he starts escalating, like he's singing the chorus, but it's like he's like, I want you so bad. Yeah, whatever, I can't sing, but it's like I'm hearing the part where his voice escalates, and I feel like when you encounter this person again, it's like you remember how badly you wanted them back then, and it's like you want them just as much now. Although you forgot about them and all this time you've been away, you're just like, this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be. And as I was mentioning earlier, if this is a person, I feel like either this person has a lot of money or like you're about to make a lot of money with this person. But if it's not a person, again, it could be just some sort of like hobby or passion or something that you were doing at one point in time that you forgot about, like a childhood hobby that you really enjoyed, but then maybe you kept being told like this is, you can't make a life out of this, or you like maybe your parents like forced you to put it away or put it aside, and it's like now you're back to it and you're just like, I love this just as much as I loved it back then, and you find that you actually can make a living from whatever this is. But I feel like however this plays out for you, whether it's a person, a thing, hobby, passion, whatever, I get that it's definitely something that is pure to you. Like it has a very pure feeling. You don't have to force yourself to enjoy this. You don't have to force yourself to feel connected to this person. You don't have to force yourself, to enjoy being in this place. It just feels like this is where, like, again, this is a part of you. This is meant to be here. This is meant to be a part of you. And I feel that as it stands right now, even before this happens, I feel like things are moving into place and you don't even realize it. It almost feels like you're being, I'm seeing that game. Is it like a ping pong ball machine? I'm seeing that in my head. And it's like the ball is just being knocked in all these different directions. And I feel like that's starting to happen in your life already without you really realizing it. It's like you're being knocked in all these like random directions to get you to this place. So you could have all kind of random, that's how you like, that's going to be the sign that of this coming or about to happen very soon, because you start to experience like all kind of random happenings in your life, things that just don't make sense. And it could be like, random calls, messages, like people will call you and they have the wrong, or text you and they have the wrong number, and it's not anybody playing on your phone. Like it may be a genuine mistake. Like you start to experience people just mistaking you for somebody else, or like calling your number trying to reach somebody else, or texting you and trying to reach somebody else, or like somebody saying something to you mistakenly. It's like, oh, or it could even be someone who just like sends you a message, and they're like the message is intended for somebody else, but they end up sending it to you, and you're just like, hey, I don't think you meant to message me. I feel like a lot of random happenings like that is a sign that this is about to occur for you. And it's like what I was picking up with that ping, is it called a pinball machine? I think it's called, I don't know. I haven't seen one in years. I haven't spoken about one in years, but I think it might be called a pinball machine. Yeah, I think that is the correct name. But I just get like you're not being knocked in all these different directions like that machine, and like I said, these random happenings, these like what comes off like mistakes that keeps occurring around you, people calling you, messaging you by mistake, mistaking you for somebody else. Um, I'm also hearing like mistaken identities, not necessarily you getting in trouble, but like again, people may think you're someone else, but you're not. Like it I just get a lot of random things like that are going to start happening very they're going to become very prevalent in your life, and that is a huge sign that you're about to be taken to this very forgotten memory, and your life is about to flourish in a way that you never expected. And when you do get here, again, there's not only is there emotional fulfillment with this, but it almost feels as if it almost feels like whatever this is or whoever it is has been waiting for you. Like it's stayed in place the whole time, just waiting for you. Because there's like a if this is a person, for instance, I get like they knew like you were coming back. They knew like who you were before you, like although you all could have had like this traumatic separation, you took it to mean that you're never going to see this person again, but this person felt like I'm going to see them again. So it's like they always kept it in the back of their mind that they're going to have like an encounter with you again someday, and I feel like they were just kind of counting the days until it happened, and now that it's here, it's like they're waiting there with this knowing energy like I knew you'll be back. And you're just like you sitting there, you forgot all about them, but they're just like, I never forgot you. I knew you'll be back eventually, type of thing. But it's not like in a cocky way. It's just like this person was just very tuned in. Like maybe they were a little bit more informed spiritually than you at the time. So like you could have taken things a lot at face value back then. So when you saw that you had to separate from this or whoever this is, you just took it as like, man, I'm never gonna see this again. I have to forget it because it just hurts too bad because it was so perfect. But I'm never gonna go back there. I'm never gonna like because you just don't. Back then, you at least didn't believe in like chance encounters or like maybe fate or anything like that. When I was picking up like the movie Serendipity, like they had a fated encounter one night and they reconnected many years later, and how they reconnected was through all these random signs that were appearing all over the place in their lives that led them back to each other. And I get like it's something similar like that with you going on here. But this person, they always knew. If it's a person involved, they always knew that you all were going to meet again. I'm hearing a song. It's called Silver Shadow by Atlantic Star, and I don't feel like singing it because my voice is horrible right now. I already can't sing, but I'll just, like, you heard what I did with Secret. But yeah, it's like, look up the lyrics for Atlantic Star's Silver Shadow. And that song has been coming in my head, like, it's not even a song I listen to very often. I don't think I've heard that song more than, like, less than a handful of times in my life. But all of a sudden recently, it's been in my head very frequently, and but it hasn't been for like at least I would say a few weeks or more. So for it to surface again during this reading, it lets me know that it's definitely a sign for you all. And what I take away from the song is that it's definitely like you're going to be put in some sort of position, as I was picking up before, like you're going into a life that's very plentiful. Like you're going to be in a place where you're making a lot of money, whatever this is or whoever this is. You're either going to make a lot of money with this person or with whatever this is that you're reconnecting with, whatever this hobby or interest is, or you're going into a life with someone who has a lot of money. But more than money, I get that there's like a certain sort of like, I don't know, it's almost like you're um because the song Silver Shadow, it's it kind of get, I don't know why I get like it has nothing to do with the star. Actually, let me look up the lyrics because I remember last time I looked it up. Yeah, it says silver shadow, glowing shadow, shining brightly for all to see. I remember gazing on this quiet night. The stars were bright as they could be, wondering if things would ever go right and if there was a spot up there for me. Then one star got brighter by the minute. Strange that it seemed to have my name written in it. I reached for the star and it kissed me with its light. It made me cast a shadow that was silver and bright. Oh, okay. I guess that's why I always thought about a star. I guess it does include the lyrics are about a star, but it's like when a person touched that star, it's like it casts this like very shining shadow. So I just feel like with whatever you're doing, whatever wherever you're going, whatever or whoever you're reconnecting to, is putting you in a position. It's almost like elevating you. So you're not only going to be living a lucrative life as far as like monetarily, but I get like you're also going to be put on some sort of platform or pedestal in the sense. I keep getting that, like you being raised up for others to see. And yeah, like the lyrics say, silver shadow, a glowing shadow shining brightly for all to see. So you're going into a life that is going to raise your um visibility. Like you're going to be thrust into some sort of spotlight with whatever this is. And I feel like you never imagined that this would be happening for you, or at least you never imagined it would be happening in this way. But now that it is, it's like you're embracing it. And I keep going back to the part of the lyrics where she says, I remember gazing on this quiet night, the stars were bright as they could be, wondering if things would ever go right and if there was a spot up there for me. It's going back to what I was saying earlier about like some of you could have been like trying to find your like working very hard to find your purpose, your place in life, and not knowing that you're going to be redirected to this long forgotten memory that's going to put you exactly where you need to be to discover that. But the other part that really sticks out to me, it says, I reached for the star and it kissed me with its light. So again, it's taking me back to that energy of you reconnecting with this long forgotten memory, whether it be a thing, a person, or a place. It's like the minute you reconnect with it, it's like it illuminates you. So it's like the minute you reconnect with it, it puts you on that, it brings you this visibility and all this um abundance and just this very lucrative life that you just didn't picture yourself getting, at least like I said, at least not in this way. So it's almost like this reconnecting with this is the trigger for you to become who you're meant to be. And I feel like whoever that person is meant to be is somebody who's meant to be very seen. As much as it doesn't matter about how you feel about attention or fame or whatever, I get like that is a part, whoever resonates with this is part of your purpose, is to have like a platform of a level of visibility or fame, because it's like you're meant to like something about your presence, your energy is meant to inspire, is meant to touch as many people, is meant to touch as many people as possible. And the only way to do that is to put you in this position. So it's almost like somebody, when you reconnect with this, it's almost like it grabs you, it picks you up, and it puts you on high. And that's the way you're going to live your life from then on out. And like I said, it may take a minute for you to adjust to it, but you're going to learn to embrace it because you're going to see what you're doing. You're going to see like what this visibility, this fame, this platform is doing for others, and it's going to make you feel full. Okay, so that's about all I have for you all for this filming and general energy reading. Very interesting reading. I didn't know where this was going for a moment, but I guess we got there. I hope it was helpful. Again, if you have not checked out your monthly zodiac readings or your general forecast for the year or love forecast for the year, you can do so at the Vimeo links below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, link to that information below as well. And follow me on Instagram at Serene Dream Things for daily guidance, and I will be back with more readings, lovelies. Bye.